Hello, everyone. It is Self Care Sunday. Self Care Edition. How are you today? What are you and you, but especially you, grateful for? Tell me about it. Tell me what you are grateful for this Sunday night. That is what I want to know. Yes, it is, as we cruise into tonight. June today. We are going on in your world? What are you grateful for this first, well, actually second weekend of June? We're a third of the way through. We're a third of the way through June already. Knocking on that half year mark. Yes, we are. We're knocking on it. Yes, we are. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there strong. Strong. Where am I going tonight? I have no idea. Some days we're just driving too. We are driving. We are going to amazing places. Yes, we are. On this Sunday night. And I'm way more eight than Ish. Hey, Kitty, how are you? How are things in Illinois tonight? Tell me about your day and what you are grateful for. That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know tonight as we get going tonight. It's a beautiful day here in New England. Beautiful weekend overall. A little bit of showers came out in times, but like we sat out on the patio all afternoon. And that isn't a bad day. Rainy, windy, and cool. That means that's coming my way this week. Actually, I think I heard rain for tomorrow. Hey, April, how are you? How are you this sunny June day? How are things in Nebraska? All is well there. I hope you're doing well. It is good to have you all here tonight. We are still getting smoke, but it's not nearly as bad, Kelly. It was really bad the end of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was really bad. Today was actually pretty nice. We had outside most of the day. We are outside, but the Canadian smoke is really weird. Hey, it's hot in Houston. Well, if you could cool it off, that would be wonderful before I get there. Hey, Carrie, how are things in Florida? It's good to have you all here live tonight. It is. Let's stay positive tonight. Let's get started with the Stay Positive book tonight. We are on page 238. Be so invested in your craft that you don't have time to listen to the naysayers. No time for negativity. Too busy creating your future. A promise to yourself is just as important as a promise to others. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, don't give up on it. Your promises matter. Yes, thank you. Oh, very hot in Florida too. Hello, Zach. How are you tonight? How are things in Illinois? I hear rainy and cool. Rainy, windy, and cool is what Kitty says. And since you're north of her, I would guess you're having similar weather. I guess things are similar there, but that is wonderful. That is wonderful. That means it's going to cool off. I came up to do this tonight, and I'm like, I better turn on the air conditioning because we're not going to make it tonight sleeping if without the air conditioning on. I've had it off all day, but I'm like, it's 83 up here in the office tonight. I'm like, yeah, I better kick on the AC so it has time to cool things off here a little bit, so that we have good sleeping weather. I thought we could make it. Um, lots happening. Lots happening. There's always lots happening. There's always lots happening. We are a third of the way through June. That is an important milestone. So we are one third of the way through June. And we are broadcasting tonight on both. Yes, well, Nana does quite the number to us on the temperature in this house, Kitty. She goes around that portable heater, and sometimes the way her room is downstairs, where she has that portable heater just blasting in there. When she opens her door, it just whoosh, the heat goes right upstairs and stuff. So you got that right. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. I am over there. I'm right there, right there. If you have any problems, Cassandra's got the link there for you in the show notes. Um, so we are a third of the way through June, and that's really an important milestone because we are knocking on half a year here. We are knocking on pushing through a half year at this point. And so that is important to be aware of. That is very important to be aware of where you're at. And so with that, you have to look at this and say, where are you this month? How do you get to where you want to be by the end of this month? And not that you can get everywhere that you want to be. If you're just looking at this now, and I talk about it all the time, but if you're just looking at where you are now and saying, oh my God, I wanted to be someplace else by half year, that's good to understand that. Okay, that's good to understand that. But you have to look in the mirror. You have to look at you and decide what's going to change so that when we flip the calendar to July, when we end this month, okay, that July starts something different. And you can start it now. You can be starting to think about how you're going to be different. And, this next 2.5 weeks is a good sprint. What are you going to do different in the next 2.5 weeks to be a different you, to be a better version of you? Okay. To look at things different, to end this second half of June strong, okay, or second final 2/3 of June, and then carry that momentum, okay, because momentum is forward moving, okay, so to carry that forward motion into the second half of the year, okay, and that's sort of what a good sprint does. A good sprint says, okay, I am here, okay, but I want to be there, and to push yourself to do just that little bit more, okay, to push yourself and say, oh, it's printing time. I'm going to process 5 more items. I'm going to do 10 items. Okay. My goal is 100 items a day, and I'm going to do 105 items today. My goal is 200 a day, and we're going to do 220 items. Whatever that is, okay, that yourself for a little bit more. Angie has this story. She's walking with a friend visiting her, and they went for a walk. And Angie's like, we stop at this tree and we turn back. And that's our turnaround point. And the friend pushed her to go just a little bit further. And Angie's like, no, we stop at the tree. We stop at the tree and then we turn around and we go back. And the friend pushed her and pushed her. No, we can go just a little bit further. And the friend was there a week. And each day they went a little bit further. Okay. And that increased Angie's distance. Okay. That increased how far she went. And the same analogy works in business. The same analogy works in business. When you push yourself to do that little extra, give it that little umph. You give it that little umph. Okay. When you move yourself, okay, to that little umph, it doesn't have to be a lot. It's just that little extra. Umph. Okay. And that is what you need to be doing. You need to be assessing yourself now. You need to be assessing where you and your team are and how do you make these little tweaks? What little tweaks can we be making to give ourselves a little oomph? Because that's all it takes. That is all it takes to drive yourself forward. And this is going to sort of be my theme this month is giving that little extra, doing that little extra and measuring it. Okay. Angie in her walk had the tree. We stop at this tree, we turn around, we go back. So when her friends started pushing her to go back beyond that, she knew each additional mark where she started receiving, getting further. The same as in your business. Okay, that can be items, that can be add-on sales, that can be average sale. Okay, because as we continue on this journey of business, because you got to remember, in business, there is no finish line. We don't go through the ticker tape and say, woohoo, we won. No, there's no ticker tape. There are just levels, and you level up. You get to that level and you maintain it. You get to a level and you maintain it. Okay. And then, okay, it's time. I've done that. I mastered this level. I mastered this level, and now I'm going to go to the next level. And I'm going to master that, and I'm going to maintain that. That is what this is all about. That is about, that is how you drive this. That is how you grow this forward. That is how you do it. That is the exciting. That's what brings the excitement. That's what makes this fun. Okay? There are so many aspects that make being in business fun. But that is part of how we do this and how we make this fun. And so I know that, and you know that. Okay? And that is a part of it. But it is about looking and assessing where you are. And we're going to be talking about that because we talked about a lot of measurements at the beginning of this year. We talked about a lot of measurements and a lot of ways to grow. But we can't just say, I want more sales. We can't just say, I want my employees to do more. We can't just say, why can't they do it right? We can't just say, I want more time off. Okay, we have to plan and make these things happen. And it is attainable. It is doable. Okay. It is completely within your reach and within your possibilities. And I'm going to step through that because I'm going to remind you, okay, in the coming days of some of the things we talked about earlier this year when we talked about doing this, when we talked about measuring, and we talk about incremental progress. It's not about saying, I want to be here and snapping our fingers and getting there. There's no snapping the fingers and making it happen. There's no snap, okay? There is consistent, sustained effort over time that makes amazing things happen. The consistent, sustained effort over time is what makes things happen. Okay, it's what makes you get to the next level. It is what makes you grow yourself and your team in excellence. Well, you're gonna hear that, April. That's a great question. Love to hear everyone's gonna push themselves for June and beyond. Because we're gonna talk about that because I know you remember some of the things we talked about at the beginning of the year and some of the ways we pushed it. And I'm gonna relate. I'm not gonna dive into it completely tonight because there has to be something. I gotta save something. But we are going to go there. We are going to go back. We're gonna rewind. We're gonna rewind back to January. Okay, and you're gonna feel like I'm a broken record for those of you that know what records are. Well, records are back in fashion, so you may know what records are. Okay, and we're going to play some of those things and see where we are. Because we can't just say we want it. We got to have the work and the measurement and how we do it. And I'm going to talk about that because it's a pretty amazing journey when you get down to it of how we do that and how you do that. And that is how we take and change your world, change your year, make it the year you want it because you say it's going to be that way. Okay? Not only because you say it, because you walk the talk. You can't just talk about it. You can't just talk about it. You got to do it. Again, no magic finger. No magic finger. No magic snap of the finger and it's there. Oh, if only I were that good a magician. I am not. But if only I were that good a magician, we can make amazing things happen. But we will make amazing things happen because amazing is within you. I love you, Kelly. Today I decided to finally clean out very old decor. I have to stop keeping items forever. My customers are bored and we got a room for you guys. I know this seems obvious. obvious to me because I talk about this and I teach this all the time. It is not obvious to everyone else. Okay, what you've done, okay, in keeping inventory longer is very, very common. We see it all the time. Angie and I run into it all the time. We're trying to wring the last pennies out of this item. Well, it costs you. It goes back to that. I only want to pay rent on something once. And, if an item doesn't sell in your store, okay, and you're an established store, it is always one of the three P's, okay, and they're all your fault. They're all your fault. The three P's of resale, okay, and they are price. You fat fingered it, and nobody wants to ask why this shirt is priced at $120 when it should be priced at $12. Okay, you handled it, you tagged it, you sent it to the web. Customers looked at it and like, why is this shirt $120? But nobody did anything with it. Your fault. Okay? Happens. We all do it. The fat finger. Okay? The second P, placement or promotion. Okay? You put the size 2 and the size 22. Item's never going to sell. Or the size 22 and the size 2. It's sell. Or that dish set behind the big armoire. It's going to sell. You see it. Placement, promotion. That is your fault. And the third P, the dreaded third P, the pity take. The pity take. Okay, the item you should have never taken, but she was such a sweet lady. Yes, you still should have said no to that 1980s duck pattern dish set. Okay? You're totally guilty. Everybody's guilty of the three P's at some level, Kelly. You are not alone. Okay? But it is doing each of those less. Okay? It is doing each of those less. And it isn't, even when it's just a bad take or it's an item that was wrong. Okay? The problem isn't you made the mistake. Okay? We all make mistakes. We are still human. That isn't the mistake. The mistake is hanging on forever. Are we living in the family? Inventory in this business does not get better with age. It does not. It does not. This is not fine wine you are selling here. Okay? This is not barrel aged bourbon you are selling. This does not get better with age. Move it in, move it out. Okay, there is more great stuff coming behind that. There is more great stuff. And that's what your best shoppers want to see. Your best shoppers want to see the best stuff. They want to see the new stuff so they can pay full price for it. That is your best consumer, is the one that is in every week looking to see what's new. Do not forget who pays the bills. It is not always in there looking for what's on sale. They serve their purpose. They get rid of your old inventory. That's okay. But they are not the ones paying the bills. It is the ones in there all the time buying full price, the new merchandise on your floor. That is who is paying your bills. That is who is paying your bills. Do not forget that. Yes, but the old beer signs in the corner is your problem with the merchandising. Okay, that goes back to the P of product placement, and we just got to keep it moving. We got to keep it moving, Kelly. Okay, you're not running a museum. You are not there to dust your inventory. If it needs to get dusted, it needs to get donated. Okay, if it needs to get dusted, it needs to get donated. Okay, it is time to move it out. Those beer steins only have value if they come with the beer. Okay, beer steins only have value if they come with the beer. That's what I'm telling you. It's like clear glass only has value if it comes with the wine. I'm just saying. So these are the principles that a great business is built on. A great resale store is built on. And we are going to continue to build that because we have to step back and assess. We have to know where we are so that we know where we're going. Okay, so that we know where we're driving this train, where you are driving this train. So that is our primary topic for the rest of this month. Wednesday I should be on late. Wednesday I should be on late this week. I am headed to our nation's capital this week. I am headed to Capitol Hill to meet with members of Congress this week. I have trips booked this month and next month to go talk to our friends in Washington, and this is one of those weeks. I am headed to DC for that, and I get in a client visit too the end of this week. So I get to work with a very special client at the end of this week, but I get to tell Capitol Hill what to do with it first. So it should be a great week for that. A great week for that. But I expect that I'll be on late on Wednesday. I expect to get back to my hotel late and pop on at more ish than 8 on Wednesday night. But you know what to do. You share this video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel, and you're not alone running this store where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everyone you know in business, the butcher, the channel, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish, Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. We start the program every night with the Stay Positive book. Stay positive, people. It's more than a mindset, it's a way of life. Tonight we're on page 238. Be so invested in your craft that you don't have time to listen to the players. No time for negativity. Too busy creating your future. A promise to yourself is just as important as a promise to others. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, don't give up on it. Your promises matter. Tomorrow is a new day. Don't let what you didn't do become what you never did. No more putting it off. No more waiting till the perfect time. No more busyness. Get in the way and getting started. Become the CEO of your life, the chief elimination officer. Say no to good things so you can say yes to great things. Oh, I love that. Say no to good things so you can say yes to great things. That is a story for your life and for your store. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah. We will party. Yes, we will. We'll keep this train running. But until then, and until Wednesday night at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most especially you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you on Wednesday. Make it a great week.